As an email marketing freelancer, I've seen quite a few Klaviyo accounts in my time, and there are a few common mistakes that I see repeated over and over again. So in today's video, we're gonna dig into those top mistakes, those missing items that I see almost every single time when I jump into a Klaviyo account. Okay, so this first one, I might get a lot of hate from other email marketers, but this is something when I go into a Klaviyo account for the first time, I'm checking this feature and making sure it's turned off. And that would be the double opt-in inside of your list settings. There are pros and cons of turning this feature off. Let's run through though why it's there in the first place. So Klaviyo has this feature turned on for good reason. It's actually to protect you, to protect your domain and your list health. It's a extra shield for your contact list to make sure it is as pristine as it can be. So with double opt-in, what that basically means is when someone subscribes to your list, like let's say with a pop-up, they then have to double confirm that they want to be a part of your email marketing. So when someone is kind of in the process of being added to your list, Klaviyo is going to send out this little confirmation type email. They have to click that button and then they'll be added to your list. The pros of that. Of course, when you have someone who does that, and when they're added to your list, that means they really want to get your messaging, right? They are going to be kind of the creme de la creme of contacts entering into your list. So you know you're going to have contacts who are ready to get marketing from you. The cons of that is really how many, especially e-commerce brands, how many of those opt-ins are really going to go through the process of going to see their email. First of all, they're not expecting it, right? So maybe they go to check their email right away. They see this confirmation type email. Maybe they click the button. Maybe they're like, oh yeah, on second thought, no, actually, just forget it. I don't even want to bother. It really doesn't put you in the best list growth type scenario. It's this hurdle your new subscribers are going to have to go through. And 99.99% of the time I go into a Klaviyo account, it is not branded. So it kind of looks like this. It looks like a kind of default. It has that blue button. It may have your list name, which if you have it as something like, lists of, people who I hate, whatever it might be, they can see that title in it. If you didn't go in, you didn't change it. Most people don't brand it, so when it does land in someone's inbox, they might do a double take and they're like, is this real? Am I clicking to confirm? Is this kind of like spam? What is this? It's just not a great user experience. So if list health and keeping your list pristine is top of mind, one of my next mistakes will address that. But I highly recommend you go into your list settings and just turn this feature off. All right, next mistake is too many lists. So I see a lot of accounts make this mistake. They will decide that they want to have a list for every particular pop-up they launch or every embedded form or every, like say they migrate from another platform and they're putting everybody into separate lists. I really don't recommend that approach. Klaviyo is extremely good at segmentation and you really should utilize that to its full potential. So what I mean by that is you really should just have a master contact list. And let's say someone opts into a giveaway pop-up, editing something like the profile properties to know that they opted in for that is better than adding them to another list. That way you can just create a new segment and say, hey, everybody who has this profile property, add them into this segment. But when you're creating something like, your master contact list segment that you want to send to, having to account for all those different lists and maybe kind of filtering that group out, and those lists are static, they're not dynamic, right? So there's just a lot of room for error when you have multiple lists in the mix. I will say there are benefits to having different lists. Like let's say you have a vendor list and a consumer list, and those lists never cross. You keep them completely separate. They're never emailed at the same time. Then it's okay to have those separate lists. So if you're in your Klaviyo account right now and you see 50 billion lists that really aren't useful, or really you're not even using them in the segmented way like you're supposed to, like say you're sending just to that list and not to another, I would look into consolidating your list into one master list and then just updating profile properties to reflect certain actions that the person may have taken. All right, this next one I always see missing, and it is a huge revenue booster for your Klaviyo account. So head on over to your abandoned cart sequence and add in a conditional split. What this split is going to do is separate your abandoned cart group into two pieces: those who've purchased before and those who haven't. I'll see a lot of Klaviyo accounts that are sending the same abandoned cart emails to both populations as if they're the same type of group. They're really not, right? Your never purchased before group needs extra hand holding. They need, actual clarification on if buying from you is worth it, right? They need these extra pieces to win them over. When your people who have purchased before, maybe they just need a special offer, or they really just need a cart reminder and that's it, and they convert on that. But you can customize your messaging to fit these two groups. So in your purchase before group, calling out that they're back, like you're adding to your collection, we're so excited, we can't wait to see you with this new product and how it fits well with what you bought in the past. Like, calling out who they are in that moment creates a better connection. So go into your abandoned cart sequence, create these two different drip scenarios. You could even get even crazier with it, right? You could have a split for people who haven't made their second purchase, right? So you have the split for those who haven't purchased before, those who have but haven't made their second purchase, which is usually the biggest hurdle you have to get through, and those who have purchased, 2 or more times, right? So those kind of in that middle group who you're trying to get to that second purchase. Like I said, maybe a special offer is something that will bring them in, or a gift with purchase. You can really customize journeys based on this information. And when you do that, you create these custom and targeted journeys for these contacts. I promise when you do this, the engagement per email, the revenue per email, everything will do better when you do this additional targeting. Back to our first mistake, right? On the double opt-in, this one goes hand in hand with that, and that is setting up your sunset flow. Klaviyo does have that out-of-the-box version that you can follow, but I highly recommend you have this in place to just keep your list hygiene strong and automated. So what's a sunset flow? Basically, you have a segment, and this segment is basically filtering all of your contacts once they reach an unengaged status. So you can decide on what that might be, but usually I'm looking for someone who hasn't visited the site, hasn't placed an order, hasn't abandoned their cart in the past 3 months plus, especially they haven't been opening any emails. This should be your main driver. Why? Because when someone is in your contact list, you're sending to them over and over again, and they're opening nothing, your domain reputation and deliverability will suffer over time. So ensure that you're sending to your most engaged segment by filtering out this group who is just weighing your emails down. So once you have that segment, it'll trigger into the flow. You'll then have a few emails that are like, hey, we haven't heard from you in a while. Do you still want to get communications from us? Maybe send an offer, a deadline sequence, and then you get to that last email, which will basically be like, click here to stay subscribed, or you're out. After they get that last message and they still haven't engaged, they haven't done anything to pull them back out, wait a couple days, and then you're gonna update a profile property at the end to basically mark them for removal. This then feeds into a new segment, which will be your evergreen removal type segment that will be a ever-growing list of contacts that need to be kicked out of your Klaviyo account. And I know how hard it is to say goodbye to leads, especially ones that you've paid for with paid advertising, but the health of your list, the health of your domain depends on getting these people out of your Klaviyo account. Once you have that list, I recommend checking it once a month at least, if not more than that. On the back end of your Klaviyo account, there's a section where you can filter that list and then mass remove them in one swipe. They make it really, really easy. Plus, you're not gonna have to pay for these contacts anymore, because that's gonna be the downside, right? You keep them in, your Klaviyo account bill is going up and up and up. So keep your list clean with a sunset flow, and that way you can keep your costs down and also your engagement up. This last one I see missing all the time, and it's such a huge value add to your email marketing. And that is website tracking. So when you integrate your e-commerce site with Klaviyo, you're seeing things working, right? You see people checking out, placing orders. It seems like everything's set up. But there's additional layer there that isn't automatically applied, and that is going to be tracking movement and views on your website. So over the years, things have changed a bit. So make sure to reference Klaviyo's help documents. I'll link it below. But for most cases, you need to apply an extra tracking script. It's basically a little tracking script that you place in your theme, and then from there, when someone who has a Klaviyo profile visits your site again, they're constantly being cookied, and that information's going back to Klaviyo. If you have a Shopify site, they recently updated and released a new JavaScript type app that will auto-apply the script to your site. But you have to turn it on. It isn't automatically turned on. So go into your theme settings, there'll be a section for apps, and you basically gotta swipe it on and it'll start tracking. What are the core benefits of this, right? You then could segment and say, I want everyone who visited the website in the last 30 days. You can send them a targeted message. Or we could have a flow, and that flow is once they view a specific product, we want to send them these, like a browse abandonment flow, an extra couple of emails to remind them of why that product is so great. So without this website tracking piece applied, these two metrics are not working. So go into your Klaviyo account, go to metrics, search viewed product, or for the site tracking as well. And if you see no data there, you're missing that piece. And I would say a lot of times, I go into a Klaviyo account, this piece is missing. So get this set up because this is great data that you can use for some targeting. All right, so those are the top things that I see missing in a Klaviyo account. Hopefully this is helpful. Maybe some of these things you didn't realize, like you didn't have applied to your Klaviyo account. They may be beneficial to you and your brand. So excited to see how it works for your business. Hopefully you got some value out of this video. Maybe some of these things you don't have turned on in your account and they'll be helpful to get added. I can't wait to see the benefits that come from getting those placed in. If you have any ideas for any Klaviyo videos, email marketing videos that you want to see, put a comment in the description below. I have a few tutorials as well on my account specific to Klaviyo. So if you're looking to really hone your Klaviyo skills and make sure you have everything set up in tip-top shape, be sure to check those out. And until next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.